Hello, everyone. Welcome to Next Gen Football. I'm your host, Samuel for Fossil TFC. We've got a crowded panel here today. Champions League night. We know what? We're glad you can make it here. So let's start with our first case, the regular Will. What are you saying, Will, man?
Oh my! Sorry, before I introduce myself, Porto have just scored. Oh
No,
my
oh yeah,
god!
free
no.
oh, what
I
a
saw
goal.
this now.
Oh my god!
What a
Yeah,
goal.
sorry about that. Anyway, how is everyone? Is everyone good?
Yeah, good.
You're good, man.
How's it feel to finally be a good team again, Will, with Mr. Tuchel at their helm?
Yeah.
So, no, how does it actually feel? Do you still miss anything about Lampard, or you just got over him already?
I didn't have to get over him. I was over him about a month before he got sacked, if I'm being honest.
Oh, come on, bro, man. Come on. Tuchel, yeah, you could say he's playing boring football. I mean,
He's not playing boring football. It's been great football. It's been amazing.
Let's see. The haters gonna hate though. So I'm gonna be his biggest
Been good,
hater.
man.
I'm gonna be his biggest hater. Week in, week out, I'm gonna be his biggest hater. We've got our regular next guest in Jerry. What are you saying, Jerry? After the 2-0 win against Man City, Ole beats Pep again. Third time in 2 years. 3 times in 2 years. How does it feel?
Yeah, man. Well, it was very unexpected, yeah, because I was not like on Saturday, yeah, I was scared obviously because I heard that they had a fully fit squad and I didn't really want to watch the game. Because their bench when they had Aguero, Torres, and by the way, Juventus scored again.
Have they?
Juventus scored just now.
No, but Portugal threw
Oh,
away goals.
Oh
Portugal
my god,
threw away
this
goals.
is Champions League, man. This is Champions League.
wait, who scored the goal?
I don't know.
Rabiot.
Who scored? Rabiot, another player I hate. For God's sake, Chiesa and Rabiot.
Well, you hate everyone. I mean, that's not a regular thing. I would then
I
move
don't
on to
hate.
our,
I don't hate everyone.
What a goal.
I don't-
What a goal.
then move on to our next
Yeah.
regular, which is Ibs. How you feeling, Ibs? You won 2-0.
I guess finish.
You got
Yeah,
more
I'm
breathing space
feeling
in the
good.
top 4 race. More breathing space.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. We're slowly catching up on City now. But yeah, it's good. It's good. It was a good win. It's a good win against City.
Because I've just got one question for you. Does Oli own Pep?
I mean, the stats speak for themselves in the Prem. Obviously, in the Cup, not too good, but in the Prem, Ollie's got it.
Oli's going. Let's see if he.
It's just the table
you know,
says otherwise. The table says otherwise.
both of you are still in the FA Cup, so FA Cup final between
And-
City and United. You know what? I'm down for that. And next we go to our guest this weekend, which is Alex. He's been around everyone on the YouTube scene.
All
What
good,
are you
all
saying,
good.
Alex?
No, nothing
So
much.
how does it-
Just
how does it feel?
Thank you for having me on, and yeah, big up Tuchel, big up to the Tuchel sexuals, and let's go and win the Champions League.
What? No, I ain't having that, Alex. I am not having that.
And
You said
you
we'd
know-
go through against Atletico, Samuel.
I
said
said
we'd go through.
you go through, but I said you're gonna get knocked out in the next round. And you know what? You're gonna play Liverpool in the next round. That's my opinion.
And we're gonna beat them. Every time you say Liverpool are gonna win, they lose.
But
Liverpool,
come on, man!
then-
It's the Champions League. Liverpool in the Champions League is a different team, and
There's no
that.
guarantee Liverpool
I
will
don't
go
agree,
through
man.
tomorrow. There's no guarantee.
Dude, they'll lose tomorrow, man. Liverpool will lose tomorrow.
3-1, yeah. 3-1 to Nagelsmann. Yeah. Hopefully.
So-
Hopefully.
Let's get this week's games on the way, and the first game of the weekend was Burnley 1, Arsenal 1 after Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang scored the first goal in the opening game. I was on the watch along with Igal, and then we both said that the game was over. 3 points wrapped up, and then we kind of forgot that Granit Xhaka was on the pitch, and then Xhaka does what Xhaka does best and cost Arsenal again. I'm going to start off here because I'm the only Arsenal fan in this panel. I'm just going to say, as things said, Xhaka is not a special midfielder. I don't get why Arsenal fans still defend Granit Xhaka. I honestly still have no idea. He's ever since he's come to the club, we have not finished in the top 4 once.
Exactly.
The first season ever, we finished outside the Champions League spot. Granit Xhaka was brought in that summer, so he ain't good enough. I'm gonna go second top row to the bottom row. I'm gonna start off with Will. What do Arsenal need to do, man? Because it's Europa League or bust.
Do you know what you need to? You just got to take the L this season. If I'm being honest, you've got to accept that you're not gonna finish in Europe. You're not gonna win the Europa League. You're out of the FA Cup. You've just got to. Your owners just have to invest in the summer. You need
Will
to.
they?
You
Will
need
they?
to go
That's the
all
thing.
out. You need to go all out on a war. Caballos, you need to not. You can't sign him again. You can't. Xhaka needs to be sold. I know you've got rid of a lot of the deadwood already, but there's still more to go. I think you need to invest in a striker and another centre back and a fullback. There's so many places you've got to improve on, and I would feel bad for you, but one, your London rivals, and two, your fans gas up these shit players.
Yeah.
So if anything, you deserve this.
Well, you can't blame all the fans for just a minority of Arsenal fans.
Let's be honest though, they people tell me that Xhaka is a really good midfielder. They tell me Caballos is as good as Kovacic. They tell me crap like this. Telling me, wait, this is interesting. They told me Gabriel's better than Thiago Silva. Yeah, exactly. Your fans
What?
deserve this. Your fans deserve to lose every week. They deserve it.
No, but you must not forget fans get carried away during a couple games, and a couple games earlier in the season, Gabriel was playing better than Thiago Silva, but I digress.
It wasn't.
But
though.
I want to.
Apart from one mistake.
Well, I just want to go on the other point here. You think the owners will invest? They have never invested in this club. So what makes you think they're going to invest now?
I don't think they are. I'm just saying. You asked me what do you think? What do I think that you need to do? And that's what I think you need to do. Invest.
But you got to have a sense of reality because listen, they have an easy excuse this year not to spend money. Like Manchester United, they have an easy excuse. They said COVID, you can't spend money, so they're gonna make up an excuse. And you know what? I think Mikel Arteta's going to be sacked by the end of the year. The way things are going.
Really?
Because I can't see. I do not see any investment coming in, and that's what he needs. And I don't see it coming from anywhere. But I'm going to move on to the next person, the Chelsea fan, and Alex. What was your thoughts on Arsenal game?
I watched the game, and Arsenal. But Burnley did nothing that game. Like literally, the first half they did nothing. At the moment, Arsenal are causing their own problems. It's so obvious to see. Arsenal could have won that. Some of their games, but it's their own faults. They're losing the games for their own faults, and that's how it's been for a while for Arsenal. I think there was many games where you could have won the game, but you didn't because of your silly players. Stupid players that make stupid mistakes, and that's the problem with Arsenal at the moment. You have players like Xhaka who can have 2-3 good games, but still be bang average, not even or even crap sometimes. So, I'm not the kind of person to banter. So I just it's just like Arsenal at the moment. It's kind of peak for them because the thing is, until the owners until some kind of stable club gets back to where they are. I did not see Arsenal ever getting back to where they were when they were in the good days. I'm sorry, but I do not see Arsenal ever getting back to those highs. I just don't because, looking at now, look at Chelsea, look at Man United, look at Man City, that. The amount of investment and also the way the clubs are moving forward, Arsenal is just getting piled back, and it's just. You know what I mean? By the time Arsenal maybe have reached the high, have gone rid of the dead wood and have gone rid of the players and maybe redeveloped have rebuilt the club in the way they want it. But by then, the teams like Chelsea, Man United, for example, will be stronger. You know what I mean? Like Chelsea would have had, and Man United would have had that time to rebuild. So it's just, to be honest, for me, Arsenal is just kind of I don't know, man. I just don't want to say because Arsenal just.
Wait.
Because the thing is, the only thing I get annoyed with as Arsenal is they win 2 games and they get too cocky. I'm sorry, but they get too. They get too. But yeah, look, man. that performance is just Arsenal in itself. You know, they play well in some parts of the game. Good goal from Aubameyang, and then and it's just you with Arsenal. Whenever I watch Arsenal, I always see them make a mistake. You know, they're winning the game. Oh, don't worry, they're gonna make a mistake, and that's what I got to say. Just by the way, guys, Porto have won. So
I can't believe it, man. I
Yeah.
can't believe it. I'm
You,
devastated
no,
for
you know what? This
Ronaldo.
puts a smile on my
Messi,
face.
this
No,
shows. Listen,
no. I'm happy.
Messi,
Ronaldo to Man U.
Ronaldo and Messi are both out of the Champions League. They're both old now. They're past
it's mad,
their
isn't it? But football's
the
changed. Though.
rivalry's over now.
It's the one thing I've got to
It's
say
sad.
is that
It's
era
sad.
of football's
It's sad.
over.
Yeah, exactly. You've
This
got
era of football. It's
when
over.
when Real Madrid go out, that's Cruz pretty much done. Modric, you've got players. I mean, Iniesta's already gone. Oh, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad.
You know, but no, come on, man. It was a long time coming. You know,
Yeah,
this
of
generation
course,
looking
of
too
course.
old. It was gonna happen sometime. I just want to go carry on with the Arsenal game, and I want to go to Ibs. Ibs, what was your thoughts on the Arsenal game, and who do you think was to blame most? Was it the manager or the players? For
I always say about Arsenal, it's not. I don't necessarily think it's the manager's fault. I think their players are good enough on the pitch. But obviously, they're just not performing. And blaming the manager can only get what he's given in front of him. And Arsenal, they're not the club who can attract the biggest names anymore. They're not that type of club. So in terms of progression, I mean, sacking the manager is not going to help Arsenal progress. They need to stick with like Arteta or whoever they have, and just build from there. Because you're not going to get to the top four in one season. And I think Arsenal just need to keep rebuilding. Because right now they're not where they used to be. Obviously, Arsenal fans are unhappy about it, but you have to accept that you're not at the level of like even the Spurs. Or Spurs are obviously. I don't want to compare you to Spurs, but they're not at the level of the top four. And there's
yeah, I
teams
kind
around
of get
who
that,
even.
man. I'll accept it. And then there's a fight in the Juventus game. I'm hearing, but
Is it?
yeah, there's a fight, but there's
Why
a fight right now where there's around.
Who
Well, the biggest
between? Who
issue,
between?
I think it's assistant coaches are fighting right now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Gee, oh, I mean, it is sad. It is sad, but we just got to
I
hope
don't know
that.
who James calling someone out here. I don't know who. Jem, who you calling out? Is it Alex
That's
or
the
we calling out
fraud.
here?
Well, okay.
That's the fraud, man.
When Timo Werner reaches 11 league goals, then come back.
Oof.
I'm sorry. Werner said he's happy with 10 league goals, and people claim he has good mentality. What? Rubbish.
Not
He's
good enough,
happy with
man.
10 league goals. He's
Not good
happy with
enough.
10 league goals. Embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
So is Werner actually? Now I'll get onto this after the Chelsea game, but I just want to say one thing.
No.
You know what about
You've got
Mikota?
me.
We got to back him. Yeah. The thing is, last summer this fan base was so united. They said, you know what? There's no divisions in this fan base. You know, we finally got a manager who can stand behind. And fast forward 6 months, and this fan base is the most divided in the Premier League. You know, it's always infighting. You know, every time I jump on any channel, if the Arteta question is pulled 24/7, you know what? I'm getting sick of it. Everyone has an opinion. I'll keep Mikel Arteta, and he deserves time at Arsenal. I think he deserves money and time because he's sharing it. That's the journey with Jerry. What do you think?
Personally for me, you know, I think the job is way too big for Arteta because like your owners that don't care about winning. Like Conky doesn't care. Like you said, it doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, like last year, MB was in 10th and got sacked. Somehow Arteta was in 10th and still not get sacked. Why are you doing 10 for? He should be gone by now. And I wouldn't. If I was Arsenal, I would be Arteta out by now. If I see that. But honestly, you guys need serious. Like, all Arsenal need to accept that you guys are just a mid-table team. Right? You're like no longer a part of the big six. That's what I had to say. And
Okay, tell me what the big six
you
is
need
then.
to go back. If you want to go back to where he was last, like 20 years, you need to start rebuilding. You need to start investing in new players. You need more wingers, strikers, midfield. You probably need like a lot of players that you need to actually go back to where you were. And plus, we
Okay,
need a new manager as
Joe,
well.
you
He's
brought
got more
but
experience.
no longer a part of the Big Six. Tell me what a Big Six team is then.
Big Six: Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Leicester City, and Chelsea.
Tell me how
You said
how do they
Chelsea
qualify?
twice, Jerry.
How
Oh,
do they
sorry,
qualify
yeah.
to be a Big Six team?
Hmm?
How do they qualify to be a Big Six team? Tell me, how do you become a Big Six team?
Tottenham as well. Tottenham as well. If you get top four, top six, like consistently, and you guys have done that. And you
Okay,
guys,
okay, okay.
the
No,
last
no, no.
season,
Okay,
it's gone worse. So you guys gotten worse. You guys
okay,
going to finish
okay.
like
No,
10th,
Jerry.
15th.
Okay, that was the first season in 25 years that we finished outside of the top six last season. One in 25 seasons, and then one season we drop out. We're not Big Six. The season Man United drops out the top six or top six. You're
That
not
was one.
considered
Do you
top
know
six.
what we
So
should just do? Do you know what we should
What?
just do? We should just make it. We should get rid of this top six rubbish and just make it a top four with Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, and Man United. Let's just do that. Because Tottenham
Then
haven't won anything. Leicester have won one league title, and Arsenal were just irrelevant. Well, not irrelevant, but you know, awful. So might as well just make it a top four.
but I don't have to disagree with you. Like, come on, it's Big Six, the biggest clubs in England. Though, come on, there's three biggest clubs in England. And you know what they are? Man United, Liverpool, and Arsenal. Those are the
Aren't we
three
only
biggest teams in
6
the Premier League.
trophies away from you
The
now?
thing,
I think we are.
Six
the
trophies.
thing is, yeah,
Yeah, and I swear 30% of your trophies are community shields.
Okay, but
and
the
FA
only way you can win
Cups.
Community Shield is if you win a trophy. It's considered a trophy as well. We've got two
Yeah, that's
European
fine,
trophies.
but I'm just saying, I'm
Not a
putting it in
trophy.
context.
Listen. The other rival fans are saying we're bigger than Chelsea. You know what? We are
Okay,
right
sure.
as of right now, but in let's say 30 years, you have to wait and see. I'll answer that question in 30 years.
I mean,
maybe.
even in 15 years, we could have more trophies than you.
By then, but yeah, probably.
You
I
guys,
strongly doubt that.
I mean, it depends what happens. It depends. You know, we could get sold in 3 years' time. We have no idea what could happen. Roman Abramovich could suddenly die, and we'd have to get sold. So
Yeah.
anything can happen. Anything can happen.
But I just want. Okay, that's done with Arsenal. I forgot for that. Moving on. This just makes you a little happy. I'm a little sad he's not here today. Because I'm gonna go into the next game. Is Liverpool 0, Fulham 1. Oh,
mad.
I'm gonna go to
The
Will
worst
first because he
champions
seems.
ever.
I'm gonna go to Will first because he seems really happy about this. Will, tell me, what do you think of Liverpool right now?
I'm very happy that Chelsea's little brother, Fulham, did the job. Did Chelsea a favour, did West Ham a favour by beating Liverpool. I mean, I tweeted before the game, it looked like Liverpool set up to lose by just who they brought in. They're obviously thinking about the Leipzig game more. And when Klopp, when he's prioritising the Champions League over getting top four, I think he knows deep down that he's not going to get top four. If I'm being honest, I think he's accepted defeat, and I really see him being the next Germany manager.
Hey,
I really can.
I was gonna touch on
I think
that as well because Tuchel is leaving after the Euros. The Klopp seems to be losing at Liverpool. Do you see Klopp leaving this summer, or Will?
I mean, I'm not going to say I predicted this because I didn't as such, but I did mention before the season started that Klopp has a history of his teams gassing out and collapsing with not even just with injuries. It's a mixture of injuries and it just going wrong. And a lot of people say about Klopp, oh, he can't. One of the reasons to put him down is he can't adapt. I mean, I wouldn't put him down as a manager because of that. Because a lot of managers have one way of playing. It's just when that one way of playing gets found out at a certain team, that's just when sometimes a managerial time period. That's just when it comes to an end. At times, when you get found out and you collapse, that's just when you have to leave and join either another club or just go maybe manage an international team. Maybe that's just what's happened at Dortmund. He almost didn't he drag Dortmund into a relegation battle?
Yeah, then they scooped 7
Yeah, they
at the end of the
Didn't,
season.
I might be wrong with
Yeah,
this,
they
but didn't he get Mainz relegated as well? Am I
Uh,
wrong? Or did he almost get them relegated?
I think he almost got him relegated. I don't think he's
no.
been relegated. He almost did, and that's
Okay.
why He did
Yeah, I
leave
might
at
be
the
wrong.
end.
I might be wrong with that one.
I mean,
But
yeah, I can remember his final season at Dortmund. That was a horror show, man. Because they were second in the league. You know, they beat. I think Guardiola's buying the German Super Cup. So people had high expectations. You know what? One part of the season they were 14th in the table.
I remember that season. That's when Min Song broke out at Leverkusen, I think.
Yeah,
I
14,
think
15.
Yeah,
14,
and I remember. I
15.
think Son actually scored the winner against Dortmund in that season. I think he did.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
that's
they
when
got
people started to realise it.
3-1 at the Signal Iduna Park. What?
First day of
Listen,
the season, I think it was actually. I think it was first day of the season. But anyway, that's off topic. But
I'm
yeah,
gonna go to Alex now, man. Alex, he beat Liverpool last week 1-0, and then they lose again to Fulham 6 defeats in a row, 6 times. You know, Liverpool fans love to say 6 times, but 6 defeats in a row. So how does it feel that you're way above Liverpool now and they're falling?
Liverpool are back, guys. Liverpool are back where they belong, man. They're back. They're back in their position where they've been the last 30 years. They're back in that 7th position. And look, I said this from the start of the season, and I had a feeling like it's not injuries. It's like the players are not the same players, and they're just look at the squad depth. Against Chelsea, they're bringing on even against Fulham, they're bringing on Milner. Who else were they bringing? Oxlade-Chamberlain. Like, literally, Liverpool are just crumbling, and there's a lot of reasons to why that has happened. Yes, the owners and all the reasons, but look, man, Liverpool. You know, Klopp did this with Dortmund. Well, Will was just saying, you know, Liverpool would say 2 good years. I think they actually had Klopp came in the first season, they didn't win anything. Then the second season they had Champions League, and they didn't win in the final. Then the third season, that's when like they did actually then go and challenge and just lost by 1 point. So it's like those 2 seasons where they got 99 points and won the league, those were their 2 good seasons. A downfall had to happen. So, and with Klopp's old Dortmund team and the way it happened, it's the same thing that happened to Liverpool. And to be honest, this is the down for Liverpool. If Liverpool need to sell one of their big assets to get back to winning ways, to redevelop the team, because at the moment they have wingers like Mane and Salah who are 29, 28. You know, they could play at the top level for another 4 years. A striker that can't even score, like with Firmino. The defense, you know, who knows? Van Dijk might not even be the same player after that ACL injury. You know, coming back from an ACL injury is not something that can heal quickly. Alisson, you know, Robertson and Trent, I think they're great players. Yes, Trent this season has had a bit of a blunder, but you know he's still young. Then midfield, Thiago. Everyone's saying Thiago coming to the club, he's going to rip every team apart. He's been so bad. He has literally been so bad.
Alex,
I
who's a bigger
do
flop?
think
Havertz
he's playing in the
or
wrong system.
wait, Alex, who's a bigger flop? Havertz or Thiago?
What?
Havertz or Thiago? Who's the bigger flop?
Who's better?
No,
Big
the
flop,
bigger
though.
flop. The bigger flop.
Thiago. You
Ooh.
know why?
Give me the reason.
Because actually Havertz has actually scored goals this season with Chelsea and actually has had some kind of an impact. Thiago has looked non-existent. He's just the guy. I'll pass the ball.
apart from that 45 minutes versus Chelsea, he's had one good game against Aston Villa's kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the one in the FA Cup, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, man, Liverpool are just Liverpool on a downfall. They're literally declining they're going to be declining as a club next season. They're going to have to sell one of their main assets. If they don't do that, then I don't know where they're going to go invest. And Liverpool keeps saying, "Oh, we're going to invest some money this summer, and then we're going to get some more players, and we'll get back to our best." You don't have any. You're not going to invest any players. You need to sell players. So yeah.
You know, Thiago, yeah. Do you know what this ends? This sort of ends the insult of system player. Because Thiago outside of a system that suits him is a very average player. It's the same with every player or most players. So this whole thing, no, you can't call a player a system player as an insult anymore, because you've seen a player of Thiago's quality. He's world class. If you play to his strengths, he's world class, no doubt about it. But it just proves that you have to play to a player's strengths.
We're gonna move on to the Ibs United fan because United fans are loving Liverpool's downfall. They're second and 6 pieces above Liverpool. Season after they win the league, are Liverpool done? Literally, Klopp, Salah,
Yeah,
Mane. The time is done.
their time was done. As soon as they won that league last season, it was the beginning of the decline. Because as a Liverpool fan, I think for Liverpool fans, they was most the worst thing for them is the recruitment in the summer. And once you win a league, you can't then just not improve the competition. You can't think, Mane, Firmino, and Salah are going to perform at the same levels. The fact they didn't really improve those areas in particular, especially the striker position, um, is their own downfall. Now they don't have the squad depth like Man City have, and like what other clubs have, and now they're sitting in eighth, where we're used to seeing them.
I got a question. Who's the biggest to blame? Is it the team and Klopp or FSG? Who's the biggest culprit out of all of this?
I say the team and Klopp, because at the end of the day, their team is still the same team that won the league, and it has been obviously spoke that it's been seen by Klopp when he was at Dortmund. Dortmund won, and then they declined, and now the same thing's happened in Liverpool. They've won, and now they declined, and I don't know what it is with Klopp. It's 6 home consecutive games at home they've lost. This
So
is
the
not Liverpool.
longest.
This is not the Liverpool
Mad.
team that we saw last season. How can the team
No.
drop off so much?
Well,
And
before you go,
I'm loving it.
before this, they had the best home record ever, home streak in Premier League history, and now 6 home games here. First time in their history.
Yeah.
Liverpool's 132-year history. They've lost 6 home games in a row. They won despite on the Hodgson, on the Dark Bleach in his later years, on the Gerard Houllier. So Klopp is a record breaker, I guess, at Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're closer to the relegation battle than they are to the Premier League race, title race. So
Yeah,
it's poor.
do you know what though? I'm gonna say this now. Let's say it quietly, but Tuchel might be a better manager than Klopp. I say it
Listen,
quietly.
no.
Relax.
No, it can't.
Whoa,
No,
come
Chelsea
on,
fans
whoa.
need to relax. No,
Say it
Chelsea fans
quietly.
need to
I
relax.
said say it quietly.
Nah.
Say it quietly. I'm gonna be
Bro,
quietly.
No.
let's not get that far.
Let's
Let's not
get
go
off
that
him,
far.
man.
Can I just say one
You're getting
thing?
ahead of
Once,
yourself.
Relax.
once Chelsea get brought down back to earth, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because
Brought down by
you're
who?
getting too big.
Brought down by who?
Trust
Who's
me,
gonna
you
bring us
gotta get
down?
brought down. Someone's gonna bring you
I can't
down.
be saying
I
that.
don't
No, he's
know.
not.
Wait. But the thing is, like, look, Tuchel will lose a game. Like,
Yeah,
Tuchel
exactly.
will lose a game.
Of
Like,
course.
it's gonna happen. Like, bad result will happen. With any manager. But the one
Yeah,
thing,
exactly.
the one thing we can see is that from past games, there's not been a manager bounce because we're still playing the same exact players, and the way that we're playing at the moment with the different tactics. But anyway, sorry guys.
It's a different way of creating chances. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about Chelsea story. Like, we're still talking about Liverpool.
Yeah.
So we'll go on that.
Okay, I'm gonna go to Jerry's last person. He hates Liverpool, always giving them banter everywhere he goes against Liverpool. How does it feel to see Liverpool in the mud?
Well, yeah. After that won the league, yeah, there was like 3 key things that led to Liverpool's downfall. One was the Atletico when they lost in the second leg. Second was a 3-0 against Watford, and the third one was against Arsenal when you guys beating them 2-1. Yeah, those shows that they were declining, and what they should have made a huge sacrifice and selling Mane and Salah and Wijnaldum. They should have sold so many players, yeah. And this Thiago deal didn't make any sense here. Like, Thiago is a world class player, like Champions League winner, triple winning team. Like, he is a good player, but he doesn't fit into the Liverpool system, and he's an injury player, and that's what all Liverpool fans needs to understand. That that's not enough, yeah. I'm going to go to everything apart, yeah. But plus, there's so many players, yeah, already outperforming him this season, yeah. He's probably one of the biggest flop in Premier League this season, yeah, because he doesn't even fit in to the Klopp system, yeah. And at some point he'll get injured again. And Klopp, yeah, and they should. I feel sorry for Klopp, yeah, because like obviously he lost his mum, yeah, and he needs to start like changing his own system. He can't keep using the same system all the time, yeah. Sometimes you start like change your system so that it can fit in and buy more players. like make more auto sacrifice. I can't be using the same player all the time. Like us Man United. We saw Ronaldo. We made so many sacrifices that us. We saw Beckham, Van Nistelrooy, Ronaldo, and we still won the league and Champions League. That's what Klopp needs to do. Sell more players, buy more.
We're gonna have to go to the next game. I guess we have to go to this game. Man City 0, Man United 2. I'm gonna start with the 2 United fans. I'm gonna go to Jerry first. What happened? Oh,
I wasn't expecting them. I thought City would actually win, but it was actually a very good performance I've seen from the team. And and it was mad, because like City had so like £100 players bench here, and we had four academy players on the bench, which is quite embarrassing. And I hope Rush got injured. And hopefully he'll be okay. But there's so many players that everyone actually played well today. Masako played well, and there's one player that I want to talk about, Luke Skywalker. This guy is the best left back. That's his new name now. Luke Skywalker.
stop it,
the
please,
best
please,
left back in
Jerry,
Premier
stop
League,
it.
man. I don't care.
No,
No.
he's not.
This
He's
guy is
not.
actually ever since this fellas came in, yeah. Luke Shaw has been performing this season, yeah. And hopefully this guy gets into Euros, yeah.
It's
And by the way, it was actually a good goal as well. And goal Henderson, yeah, Henderson was probably one of his best game season because like now that De Gea is gone, Henderson getting on games now. And if De Gea leaves, if De Gea leaves somewhere, yeah, then Henderson can be our number one because he's very good keeper and very commanding as well. And Maguire, everyone played well today. Lindelof was good. Martial was good, but I don't know why he missed that opportunity. And yeah, I'm happy. And now I can go in a bit of a run now because like whenever Ollie's job is on the line, these players start turning up. Yeah, Ollie just always working as usual.
alright.
Wait, Jerry, so is Luke Shaw better than Robertson?
Yeah, this season.
this season, yeah, but overall as a player,
Yeah.
Luke Shaw's not better than
No.
Kieran Tierney, and he's not better than Andy Robertson. No way.
Listen,
No way.
if you have to
What are
agree
you
with Will
talking
here.
about?
We're speaking
Tierney?
facts here. Tierney's better than him.
What? No, he's
Yes, he is.
not. Sir.
Tierney's
What are you
also
He's
talking
a
playing on a
winner.
worse team.
No,
Tierney's
he's
playing with
not.
worse
He's a
players and he's
better
getting more
technical.
assists.
He's a better.
What?
He's a better technical player,
Wait,
and
don't
he's
compare.
shown
You
up.
cannot
Yeah, and he's
compare.
shown up in bigger games.
What? Messi, so you say Messi not big games then?
I mean, no, I'm talking about overall in his
Is
career.
that
Yeah,
no?
Tierney's
constantly.
achieved
He's been the
more.
best player.
Tierney has achieved more at a young. Is he
What?
younger? Yeah, he's younger.
Okay,
Yeah,
Tierney's
but that's Celtic,
22.
bro. I'm talking
He's 22 years of age. Luke Shaw is now hit his peak at 27.
25.
Tierney's never lost a
This is
final
probably
either, has
second
he?
best season.
In his career,
This is
won
second
the
best
FA Cup
season.
This is
versus.
Tierney's a born winner. That's all I want to say. Tierney's a winner from
Yeah, but
Liverpool.
you
We have
can't
to move
compare. You
on.
cannot be
That's what you
comparing.
no, but
A
Samuel.
half.
And do you know what? Do you know what? I don't want to blow smoke up Arsenal's arse here, yeah. But Tierney,
What?
when you call a young player a born winner, that's what Tierney is. None of this like, I know. Oh, I'm gonna get killed by Mount lovers, whatever. I don't care. But Mount is not a born winner because he's not won anything. Tierney is a winner.
What?
He is. I
I'm
mean,
not
look what
saying
he's
Luke Shaw's
won at
necessarily
Celtic.
that bad, but overall Tierney's
Bro,
better. No
Wait,
doubt.
no, he's
Wait,
not.
Will, you
Don't
could say
compare. You cannot be comparing. You can't be comparing a team that is 10th, the team that is second in the league, yeah. And don't
Yes, you can. You
compare
can compare
Marcus
the players
Rashford to
and
Bakary.
you can
No, you
compare the
cannot.
players that have been performing better.
Don't
Players
compare.
have been performing better.
No.
Yeah,
Yes, you
but
can.
look at how much Shaw was
What are you
bought
talking
for
about?
at the time. 2014 bought for 30
Bruh,
million. That's the
no,
equivalent to 60 million these days. That is the equivalent.
He wasn't injury prone that season. This is the second best season.
Tierney's injury prone. He's
Now,
achieved more.
what are you talking
Exactly.
about? That's a
He's
Celtic.
injury prone. He's
Never lost a
constantly injured.
final. Serial winner. And he's a better footballer.
What?
That's a fact.
No, he's not.
I have to go.
No, he's
Listen, we're gonna
not.
have to move on. We have to move on. I'm gonna go to Ibs on this because Ibs has been holding in his banter to Man City
I don't,
3 times.
Man City. I don't know what happened to Man U that game. I was expecting us to sit back. I was expecting a 0-0, to be honest. And we played with a high line against City. We pressed City, and we got the pen in the first minute. And then obviously Bruno usually hides in top 6 games. Big 6 against the top 6, he's hiding, but he scored.
Still penalty.
And yeah, I think that's one of Man United's best performances all season. Obviously, City are the champions this season, but Man U have shown that the players we have, we can still perform. And imagine Man U with the recruitment that we actually need. And yeah, I think it's a good win for Man U. I think we're going to go on a good run from now on. AC Milan next game. And yeah, for Man U, I think there's not much more I can say about Man U because obviously you haven't done. We're second in the league, but with the players we have, I think that's overachieving.
Okay,
Samuel, can I go
question.
next? I have a lot of things to say about this game. I have a lot
Can I
of
just ask
things.
one question to Ibs before you go? Is this
Talking
your
rubbish,
best Premier
man.
League win under Ollie?
No, the best one was one at Southampton, 9-0.
Yeah, 9-0 because Man U don't usually
Best
score that
ever
many
win,
goals.
man.
That 9-0 is probably the best. But
So you
away
got 9.
performance, yes, this is the best away performance.
I have to go to Will because Will's holding in his anger. What are you gonna say, Will?
I'm not
Lay it
angry
out.
because
Yeah,
a performance like
disrespecting my players.
this
Don't disrespect my
exactly
players,
tells
man.
me where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to take Man United, just to a consistent top 4 finish. No trophies won, bottling big games which actually mean something to win trophies. I think this game also highlights why you can't judge players solely on goals and assists, because Rashford was awful. Did a 2-yard pass to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw scored a very good goal. Bruno Fernandes, I wouldn't say he was great, but scored a penalty. It's another reason why you shouldn't. This just proved to me why players like Bukayo Saka are better than Marcus Rashford. Rashford is a moments player.
What?
That's all he is. He's a moments player. He's a good player, but he's
I'm
very
liking this,
overhyped.
Will. I'm liking this. I'm loving this. Carry on.
Bruno
Talking
again.
rubbish.
I
Talk
wouldn't say
rubbish.
he was bad, but he scored a good penalty, fair play. Maybe Ederson should have saved it, but it's a proper Ole Gunnar Solskjaer performance. Dead rubber game, City miles cleared, and it guarantees him top 4. Fair play to him. He's got top 4. He's got the Glazers more money, and they're probably
I
not going to
think,
back
well,
him.
top 4 was his objective for the
It
season
is, and
with
it's
the team he
that.
has.
And to be fair, he has reached his
It's not even over
objective.
yet.
He's reached
not
the
even over
club's
yet. We're still
objective.
on
That's
top
why he won't get
position.
sacked. But if I was a Man United fan, I'd rather win a trophy than get top 4, because all that the top 4 does is to give the Glazers more money, which they're not going to back. They're not going to back Ollie with. If you finish outside the top 4, they want to get back in, so they get more money. They're probably going to spend more money. If you see what happened under Jose, his first season, for example, you got Pogba, Ibrahimovic, Mkhitaryan, Bailly. That looking at that, I thought United were going to challenge that season. Maybe a bit stupidly from me, but I thought they were going to challenge. So maybe that's what you need. I think Ollie isn't necessarily a bad manager. He's just not good enough to win trophies. He will just get you consistent top 4, and if that's what United fans want,
I
that's
think
fair enough.
the season's not over though. We're still in
It's not
2
over, man.
The
competitions.
season's not
We're
over,
still in
but I don't
competition.
think you're going to win the
Yeah.
FA Cup. I think Chelsea and Man City are too strong. The Europa League, I think Milan will knock you out, and I think
Right,
Jose will probably go
Listen,
far
we'll
in that
keep
as
this
well.
after next week because it's Spurs or crap Europeans on Thursday. But we've got to move on.
Man said
We've got to go to
Tottenham.
Alex.
Look, man.
United gonna make the comeback to catch up with City or no chance?
It's not happening. It's not happening. They're not making a comeback. But I think winning this game has solidified the spot for top 4. Look, man, Oli is Guardiola's bogey team. Oli for some reason just always beats Man United. But this would be a Man United thing to beat Man City, and then next game lose the game. So to be honest, you can win all these big games and everything, but it doesn't mean anything. Win big games and then go and draw against Crystal Palace or go and lose against AC Milan. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about winning. You know what I mean? And the thing is, look, at the moment, there's no ambition at Man United. Like, you know what I mean? It's a bit. It's not like I feel sorry for you guys, but I think that I can tell. Like, I keep hearing people, Man United fans. It's just like at the moment, I just think that as a Man United club, and I think yes, the problem is the owners. There's no ambition at the moment for Man United. I think they're happy to be where they are. And we could see them, some of the performances against Crystal Palace, against West Brom. They were just happy not to, we'll take the draw. We're happy where we are, but give credit to Oli. He did beat Man City. And, that game kind of went your way, Sometimes, like, I think, if if you didn't get that penalty from the start, Man United said, well, good. They were pressing well at the start of the game. Getting that penalty from the start did help Man U. You can't not say that, because Man U then had something to hang on to. If that game maybe went on for 20 minutes without scoring a goal, maybe it could have been a different game, because I think Man City would have by then picked up the way. But you got to give credit to him. He won the game, and look, Bruno hasn't still scored a goal against top six sides. Our side, actually besides a penalty, but but Bruno is still a good player. Like, come on, let's not underestimate Bruno. He's still a good player.
Just not quite Jack Grealish.
Oh, okay.
Just not quite Jack.
Go quickly, but quick fire question. Before you go, quick fire question. Will United win a trophy this season?
Absolutely not.
Like,
the thing
Alex?
is, look, thing is, I don't. I think they have a chance of winning it, but I don't think. I just think Ole is not tactically inept to win again, to have to kind of play in especially in the Europa League where we're in this two games, like kind of like a home and away game. But I think they are favourites to win the Europa League. But it's going to be down to if like Bruno can save you or rash moments. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be down to the players, I think, to win it. I don't think Ole will have that kind of huge impact on a performance to go and win it. But you do have a chance. You are favourites.
I don't think we can say Ole doesn't have like the tactics or whatever to make us win, because against City the tactics were clearly present. We could see what Ole wanted to do.
Yeah,
the team pressed high and we defended well, and City just couldn't score. So there was a game plan.
Can I address the comment that Indiana said about the goal? Yeah, I actually do agree with that. If Chelsea don't win a trophy this season, it's a failure as a club. It is a failure. It's not Tuchel's failure, but as a club, But I mean, as a club, if you look at the start of the season, we wanted to win a trophy. So if I'm being objective, it is a failure. Not Tuchel's failure, because he's just come in. I'll back to
it's the board's failure. Yeah, it's board.
Yeah.
All right, so
I agree.
What was it? Are you gonna win a trophy this season? Yes. Any trophy this season?
Yes.
Which one? The cup?
We're going. I think FA Cup is a big trophy to win. I think FA Cup potentially is bigger than Europa League. But I'd say I'd want FA Cup over Europa League.
Really?
Yeah,
I'll take that. I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan, I'll do FA Cup wins.
I can't lie. I think I'd. I mean, sorry. Go on.
Oh, go with Jerry. What trophy will you win? Will you win any trophy at all?
With the squad we have, we will finish second and win a double.
Wait, but when you mean with the squad you have, the squad is not big enough to compete in all competitions.
It's good. So. Yeah, Pogba, Van de Beek, Bruno. We still have players like Rashford to come back.
But if you look with it,
this is your starting 11. I mean, as a full squad, your squad is not big enough to rotate players.
I don't even think that, Alex. I think if you look at wait a minute. If you look at the squad out of context, it's not that bad. But if you look at it in context, you need to play Fred. There's certain players you have to play together for it to work. So with Fred and if you want to play Fred, you normally have to play McTominay next to him. If you want to play Pogba, you've got to play Matic because he's the sitter. You can play Bruno. You can play Bruno as the sort of that 10, and then you got Pogba as sort of like a 6, but more advanced, and you got Matic who's the sitter. It's just it's difficult. Your squad isn't awful, but I don't think it's good enough to compete on all fronts.
Listen, we've got to move on to the next game, and that is Spurs 4 Palazzana. So we're going to talk about one thing notable for this game is the Harry Kane goal. I think top 5, top 10 goal of the season, because Kane
quite similar to Bruno's against Everton, actually.
But Bruno's
Reece James' goal against Brighton, I think, goal of the season.
So you know what? I just think about Harry Kane needs to leave Tottenham because he's going to be a nothing player. No one will remember him for anything. So, at the end of the day, when you look
from being
at
a loser, if he doesn't leave,
he has to leave.
Yeah, he's going to be a loser. If you look at any career, yes, he can have those boots. Where's the medals?
I think he's going to City,
put your medals on the table. So, do you think Jose will move on and they will win something this season as well? That's $1 billion question for Spurs. Will You're a Chelsea fan. I have to go with you.
So difficult. It's so difficult because I don't really want to bet against Jose, but then it's so difficult because I think Milan will probably. I think Milan might win the Europa League, but then I wouldn't be surprised if Spurs win it. I can't even answer. I actually don't know. I don't know.
All right, Alex, will Jose and Spurs win a trophy this season?
You know what? I have a feeling that Jose Mourinho might actually go for the Europa League and not try and get top 4. I've got this feeling that he could actually win it. I don't know why. Like, look at Bale and Kane's son. You know, he's got a good enough squad and the striking way he's positioned for him to go and play it. And he's pragmatic. And look, man, he wins trophies. Every single club he's gone to, he's won big trophies. You know, and he did that with Man United was it first season?
Last season, yeah.
Yeah,
2
you know,
trophies.
they were what? They
Double,
were like
yeah.
5th or 6th. They were 5th or 6th,
Yeah.
and he decided, I'm gonna go and win a trophy and get top 4. So I wouldn't actually. And look, man, Harry Kane is world class. Like Harry Kane, if he was playing that Bayern Munich team, he would be scoring at just as many goals as Lewandowski. Harry Kane,
agreed.
is class. He is so good, man. You know,
Well, he'd have as many goals, and I reckon he'd have. I'm not saying more goals, but I think he'd have more goal contributions than Lewandowski.
just man,
let's-
literally, if Harry Kane, but yeah, look, I think man, Tottenham. I think Jose is going to win trophy. I don't know about the FA Cup. I don't think Captain World
FA
Cup.
Cup's out now.
Man City will win it, but I think Europa League, Tottenham have a good chance of winning it. Yeah.
All right,
They're in the
let's go to
final of
Ibs.
EFL Cup. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna get to that.
They're in the
Ibs,
final of
Ibs.
EFL Cup. Yeah.
yeah, they're not going to win it.
Yeah, they're not gonna win it. But let's go to Ibs. Will Tottenham win a trophy this season? Then Jose.
No. Obviously, Carabao Cup, Man City already won that. And Europa League, I can see them getting far in Europa League based on their attacking ability. Like, their attack is crazy. And obviously, they can beat teams using that. But going all the way to the final whistle and winning the Europa League, I don't think they can. But Europa League is very competitive this season in terms of the English teams and obviously Italian teams like AC Milan. So I think whoever wins against Milan and Man U that leg wins the Europa League.
What's that?
Jerry, what do you think? Jose's gonna win the Europa League Cup? Anything this season?
Well, it depends, yeah, if Kane and Son are fit. If Kane and Son are injured, yeah, Tottenham look dead. They are dead. I don't know. I don't think. Well, I don't know because about if they win Europa League because if Man United was still in the Champions League, Tottenham Josie would actually win the Europa League. But now that we're in Europa League, people think that we're favourites now. So it's gonna be between if we beat AC Milan, then we'll go win Europa League. And also, I don't know about the City and Tottenham final in EFL Cup. It's gotta be a very tough game. I don't know if Pep can handle Jose because Jesus up top, but it's a very tough one. I think Jose will win the EFL Cup personally for me. I can see him winning
Alright.
that.
On to our last game of the week. Yes, last night's game. Chelsea 2, Everton 0. I'll just give it to Will.
Brilliant performance overall. Decent first half. Obviously, the goal helped. We put our stamp on the game. We did what we wanted to do. It was professional. Much better second half. And you know, there's sort of a myth that our football's boring. If we didn't have a certain number 11 and we had a striker who could score goals, our football would not be branded as boring. We would have won 4-0 yesterday if we had a striker. I'm not joking. I thought
So
we were
you've
very
already turned on
fluid.
one off. You've turned on one already. After half a year.
I mean, I want him to stay as a squad player. I think he could be a useful squad player. But I think there needs to be an upgrade in the summer, and I think that's going to happen. I don't know who it's going to be. I'm not saying we're going to sign Harden because I think that's quite unrealistic. I don't think that's going to happen. But we've had links to Romelu Lukaku. I'd take Lukaku back. I'd take Lukaku at Chelsea. I'd take him back in a heartbeat. But yeah, we were very fluid. I thought Havertz was brilliant. His best game in a Chelsea shirt. Jorginho and Kovacic good. I wasn't impressed with Reece James actually. I don't think he's a right wing back. I think he struggles there. I think he I don't think he can hold width. I don't think his overlapping. He can't really overlap either. He's very limited there. Zuma was
Are you talking
decent.
about Tiny Wiener?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Timo.
But yeah, it was a good performance. But there's things we do need to tweak. But that's fine. We can have a good summer, and I hope we back Tuchel. I just hope we do.
On to the next Chelsea fan here, Alex. You've turned the corner around. What is the limit for this Chelsea season? Because I think you've got top 4 already. So now it's focusing on the transfer window next season and back in Tuchel. And look, there's a comment here from you saying Chelsea does make contact with Haaland this week. Next season, what is your aim? Is it title or bust or top 4 and a trophy?
We have. Yeah, like look, let me just so the performance. I think. The performance was brilliant, man. Like we had to go and win that game to kind of solidify our top 4 status. So and we did that, and like just every single player on that pitch, like the one thing. I don't want to bring Lampard in the situation, but the one thing that Tuchel, we can see that what the Tuchel and the players have done is that every single player on that pitch knows what their jobs are. You can tell. I don't know. Obviously, maybe you guys didn't all watch the game, but when I was watching the game, like every single player has its own roles, and they're doing it. Like you can tell, like each player's been told what to do, and the way that we're playing, it's very, very smooth. We're as if we're painting as if we were drawing a piece of art. Like at the moment, the football is flowing. It's like flowing if you're surfing on the waves. Like it is flowing. It is flowing at the moment. And Christensen has become prime Maldini at the back. His passing and his coolness. Oh my God, man. Like, I'm sorry, but I didn't always rate Christensen, but I'm so happy for him, man. I'm
Listen,
so
okay. If you're all rating Christensen, I have to get all of you Chelsea fans owe an apology to Lewis. Because he was I'm sticking up for Christensen. So Alex,
I've
you've got to
already
apologise to the
apologised.
guy.
I
I've
really
already
apologize.
apologised to
I already
Lewis.
said, like, look, the thing is, look, with Christensen, I always thought there was a good player under there. But Christensen's the kind of defender, he needs confidence. And a lot of players needs confidence. And he's had a run of games. And he was the same player that was playing before, but he was playing bad. This is still the same player and he's playing good. And confidence does a lot to the team. And like Timo Werner still misses bloody chances. I don't know what's wrong with him, man. But let's just keep going with him. Kai Havertz, the other night we saw glimpses of the real talent that he is. His movement is so underrated. It is so good. If I was watching him during the game, and the way he picks himself in those pockets is so good. And then just answering the other question. Yes, next season we have to go for the title. That's what Abramovich wants. That's what Tuchel knows. That's what Tuchel knows. We have to go for it. We have to challenge next season. That's Chelsea's expectations, not other clubs' expectations. We want to go and win trophies, and if Tuchel doesn't do that, and by a couple of months after the next season we're not in a good position, then Tuchel will go. And Tuchel knows that. Tuchel knows that. He's come out every time at press conferences, even at the start. He says, I've got 18 months. I know this club sacks managers, and this club wants me to win trophies. So, onwards and upwards. And the way and then the final thing I just want to say is that we went to beat Everton, who are meant to be a top side this season, challenging for top 4, and we made 5 substitutions. We introduced 5 new players within the starting 11 that beat Liverpool. That just shows our squad in depth and the quality that we can bring off the bench. We had Kante, we had Pulisic. Yeah, Pulisic hasn't been playing well, but he's still a decent player to come off the bench. So the amount of good players that we have at the moment it's promising. And if all these players start gelling together and start improving, we have an incredible squad here. And I'm to be honest, I'm just excited for a good summer with these players. I think Tuchel doesn't know his first 11 yet. And man, I'm just onwards and upwards.
Can I add to your point, Alex, as well with Tuchel? It's not like we had a decent run when he first came in against sides that we should be beating.
Yeah.
He's now we've had 4 massive games, and if you told me a couple of weeks ago we'd beat Atletico, draw to United, beat Liverpool, and beat Everton, I would have taken it.
So yeah, I agree, man. Like, and it just, but like, well, don't forget that it's the performances also. It's not like we won those games by like some just by chance. We won luckily. The performances are
Domination.
something. The domination of it's promising. You know what I mean? Like, look, we're happy at the moment. I know things can get bad. Like, I'm still expecting Tuchel to lose his first game, and I know within a manager's kind of career at a club, there's going to be bad times and good times. But at the moment, Chelsea is in a good state, and I'm enjoying this moment. But I know that harder times will come. You know, and that's normal. So yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna move on to the rivals here. Ibs, is Tuchel the man for Chelsea to win a title or even Champions League? Is he the guy?
Don't know if he's the guy, but with Chelsea, they have clear objectives, which is obviously to win a trophy. If he doesn't do it, he's going to be sacked. And I'm actually going to contradict myself. I said I think Man United are going to go on a run and will obviously finish second. But looking at Chelsea, I think they could potentially be more consistent than us. We can easily drop a point here and there, whereas Chelsea, with the games they have left, apart from their last 4 games of the season, I don't see them really losing games. And they're only 4 points behind Man U in second. So Chelsea could even finish second this season, and it'll be amazing. So Chelsea definitely next season they'll be challenging for the title, and they just have their club is just it's a business. If you don't win, you're out, and I think it has its benefits and negatives at the same time. But overall, they're always in and around the top part of the table, and so it works for them.
Right, and now we're gonna move on to Jerry. Jerry, is Tuchel the guy for Chelsea, and are Chelsea back?
I think Chelsea are ever since they've sacked Lampard, yeah, Chelsea were officially back because you can see I knew like that's true because as soon as they bought those players, Havertz and Werner, yeah, I knew they weren't gonna be that good because Lampard didn't have a system and he was too inexperienced. That's why he's going far back. You see with a different manager like Tuchel, yeah, he has clear system and yes, and Werner is missed sitters, yeah, but you can see that it's him and Havertz actually playing well under him, yeah, because like them two are system players and Tuchel has a system, and on that Haaland thing, on that, and it was a good win, yeah, and nice to see Chelsea. Like it's hard to see Chelsea like winning games out. Personally, they'll catch because I can see them catching up to us, yeah, because we need to be more consistent. And on that Haaland thing, yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen at all. Because yes, he'll get packed, but I don't see that happening because like if Sancho leaves, it's because Sancho's leaving, yeah, and if he comes to Man United, yeah, no one's going for Haaland. Haaland's not going nowhere because Dortmund are not selling them both. Lucas are one of them, and one of them stays.
I see Sancho even going to Chelsea, man. Like, so Chelsea only got 3 wingers, and I think if Sancho had a choice to go to Chelsea or to Man U, I think, and the price was the same, and it was this decision. I think he would pick Chelsea, you know. But
He's a Chelsea fan as well, yeah.
But when we mean Chelsea fan, like he actually he wants to live in London. Apparently he wants to live in London.
Listen, I think he's a London boy. I think he's from South London. You know, that's his home. You know, I'm born in London. You know, if I went left London, I want to go back. So I think Chelsea's the perfect opportunity. Like Kenyan said, I see Chelsea. I see Central Chelsea World United, but we have to wait until. But listen, we've reached the end of our show.
We can't say it's going to happen, but you know,
we've reached the end of our show. You know, it's been a great show today. Great week of Premier football. You know, we've got European football, Europa League, and Champions League tomorrow. But Will, plug up your socials, bro. Where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Will_CFC_, and also follow at KH9FilterFootball. I'm a part of the panel on there, so yeah, please follow.
The Kai's doing some great stuff over there, man. Kai, if you want no filter, it's literally no filter. Literally, that's the name of the channel. No filter football with Kai. Alex, where can we find you, bro?
Yeah, just my Twitter handle. Yeah, like shout out to GNA TV, shout out to KH No Football. You know, KH No Football is it's too funny, man. It's too funny. The amount of people that you get on there, and there's also a show on Unpopular Opinions, and yeah, there's been some crazy ones like Kepa's had a better career than Courtois, and but yeah, let's just but yeah, shout out to you guys. Thanks for having me on for the first time on here, and thank you very much.
It's fine, bro. It's fine. Ibs, where can we find you?
Yeah, on Instagram and on Twitter at _IBZ7_, and my YouTube is All Things Football.
And finally, Jerry.
You can find me on Twitter as Jeremiah Ojan, and you can also find me on GNA TV, where I'll be with ads watching along most of the times.
You go find all the content, Jerry on GNA TV all the time, funny content, funny watch-alongs, especially when United lose. Ibs, him and Anton, every Sunday after the Premier League games, great streams. Anton, I'm going to put in a recommendation for you and come on any with bits and bobs. The host of the United show on Thursday. I'll message you about you lot. Alex, you're everywhere now on Chelsea YouTube. Plus on Monster's channel, Kai's channel, Jim's channel.
I'm a floater, I'm a floater. I don't really have my YouTube channel. I just kind of I just go a bit everywhere. I just kind of just spread the word and spread the love of Chelsea, man.
Will, Mr. Filtered on No Filter Football. Go keep up the great work, bro. You and Andrew, Kai, Mr. The only filtered
thank you.
person on there. Alright, so you can find me, Samuel, Positive AOC on Twitter, this week it's over. Hopefully we can beat Olympiacos, and then North London Derby on Sunday. We're going to do this with Arsenal 3, Spurs 1, Indiana Clippers if you want. We're going to beat Tottenham.